Most bees are living in the ground, especially lots of Canadian bees, for instance. The problem with living in the ground is that humans have a tendency nowadays to cover the ground with concrete, to cover it with buildings, to cover it with monoculture crops that require plows. And so basically we've removed huge amounts of places for bees to live. We've also removed a lot of the plants that they used as their pollen sources and as their nectar sources. So basically, habitat destruction is probably the most important thing that predicts what happens to bees. So bees are dealing with loss of habitat, lots and lots of toxic chemicals, including the very effective things like the neonicotinoids, climate change. Those are probably the really big ones. We know that many animals can deal with climate change if they have enough habitat so that they can move to the areas that have the requirements that they have. But if they have small amounts of habitat, and then you change the climate, and they can't go somewhere else, then they're basically out of luck. So they just need a lot of flowers, shrubs, flowering trees, bare ground, nooks and crannies, and there, we're all set. That's basically what you need. So you can do that in your garden. Don't mulch everything, because they can't nest in the ground if you put too much mulch down. Don't take all the dead stems off everything, because when they're hollowed out, there's bees nesting in those little hollow stems. And so if you tidy things up too much, then you deprive it. You're probably removing bee nests. You know, if we could get used to not such a tidy aesthetic in gardens and cities and parks, then bees and a lot of other wildlife would be there in much greater abundance. So we have to be less tidy. We have to come to really a little bit of wildness is beautiful.